Yo, welcome to the SBP Sports Bar Podcast. It's in live and full effect. I'm your boy Prime Source. How you feeling?
What up, though, bro? I'm chilling on this good Sunday. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain too much, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a nice day outside.
Yeah,
I got the window cracked over here. You see what I'm saying? Just feeling the breeze, man. Just feeling the breeze.
indeed. It's about to be 85 out there, John. I'm like, hold on, bro. Man, you can't be just jumping to 85 like that. That ain't normal. Well, it is
Yeah,
normal. Yeah, we never know.
it ain't normal, especially after some of the days we had this past week. It was kind of
Yeah,
cold and rainy yesterday.
pretty sure.
And now it's a little different. I think we're about to have a little bit of a run on these 80-degree days supposedly, out
Uh,
this way. So
as long as we
that's
have
good.
a nice day Sunday, next Sunday, because it's the Taco Joint, the Taco Festival, and I got to be there. Y'all gonna be there. I've been trying to go to that joint about 5 years at least.
I think you mentioned at one time to me some of the taco festival. You didn't go or something.
Mad, still mad. I'm trying to go this next week.
Where they got that joint popping at?
Hardywood? Look at that Hardywood.
Oh, they're at the brewery, the beer joint.
I think. Don't give
Oh,
me the line too much. I saw it's a
well, it's
jump
over this
Saturday.
way somewhere probably. I don't know. Okay.
It's a jump Saturday in Fredericksburg, and I
Uh huh.
think Saturday or Sunday in Virginia Beach, and then it's still jump Sunday, uh, near or at Hardywood.
What?
Yeah,
That's fire right there. That is fire.
trying to pull
We
up.
Yeah, speaking of events and stuff coming up, man. I mean, I don't know how much I'm gonna do this summer, but I did. I'm gonna tell you last week. I did cop my digital planets ticket.
Digger
Yeah, yeah.
Planet.
The joint's hype at $10, yo. That's it. $10.
What's the date on that joint?
It's June. Shoot, I think it's June. Whatever Friday got the 21st in it? Is it June or July? It's whatever is the 21st.
Hmm.
$10, bro. That's it. It's they got I can't even think of the dude. It's somebody else coming with them. I don't know if I've even heard the person. I guess it's probably open. But yeah, $10. I'm like, $10. I mean, I was gonna go if it was 20. I mean, it was no big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I like diggable planets. But yeah,
Yeah.
$10, man. $10.
Sound all right to me. Sound all right to me.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. A lot of stuff popping off in the 804 this summer, and I don't know how active I'm going to be in them. It's got to really pique my interest, And I'm going to be down for some food trucks, this and certain things here and there. But as far as shows, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to see Diggable Planets. It's part of that Friday after hours joint.
I see it. June 21st.
June 21st. Yeah, I know it was a 21 in there. So yeah, $10.
So we got Large Professor on the 1st or the 31st of May or the 1st of June, and then Diggable on June 21st. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, that is going to be fire. So I am definitely with that. So I think I copped them about 2 weeks ago. So definitely. I told you, remember I told you it was like maybe about a year. Was it last year or was it the year before? I told you I watched them on they did a concert on one. It's a platform. I can't think of what the platform is, but it does a lot of live videos. I think I watched it on a Saturday night because I think I mentioned it to you on a Sunday before we actually went on and did the show. And I think I paid maybe $7 for that or whatever, but it was nice. It was nice. So shout out to all of them, Ladybug and the whole crew. Yeah. So
since we're talking about hip hop,
yep.
You know what today is? It's not. It's an odd anniversary. I'm gonna tell you the year, and you can guess the album. It's 4 albums. I think that dropped the same day, but it's only one that I'm talking about specifically. 36 years. No, 36. I'm tripping. 26 years ago. 26 years ago. An album dropped. It was the first album from this particular artist. I mean, if I tell you a song, you're gonna know what it is. If I tell you what they look like, you're gonna know what it is. They came to King's Dominion. They did come to King's Dominion later.
They came to King.
People talked about the performance because this person had to do something that most people don't have to do when they're performing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know I feel like I should know who this is, and as soon as you tell me, I'm going to know.
Yeah.
Is it Keith? Who is it?
Big Pun, Capital Punishment dropped
Oh,
today, 26 years ago today. And at King's Dominion, he had a performance. Maybe he had to sit on a stool because he had gotten real big and he couldn't move around, he couldn't breathe, so he had to sit on a stool when he was performing.
word up.
Yeah,
Okay. My man Punt in the house. Yeah, you gonna have me bumping that joint today then at some point then.
yeah, well, I am. I just got off suspension, so this afternoon I'm doing 1998 hip hop just because I saw that joint. I was like, oh, okay, well, let's do that. Let's do 1998. So I'm just gonna run through some 1998 joints and hopefully discuss in a civil manner the Amanda Seales, Shannon Sharpe interview conversation. So hopefully that will be good.
Dope. Get at it. Well, since we talking about that, I will mention to anybody that checks this out that Source and I at some point, maybe next week after, I don't know. We'll be a couple of weeks off, but within the same year. Over on I Know the Lead series, I think we're gonna talk about Southern Playalistic, which just celebrated our anniversary.
Rest in peace, Rico Wade.
Rico Wade, yeah. So we're gonna sometime. A matter of fact, whenever our next show is, whether it's next week or the week after, whenever we get back at it, it will more than likely be Southern Playalistic. We're gonna talk about that joint because that's one of my faves.
Well, the week after is Mother's Day. Just
yes. Whenever we get to it, y'all just understand. Y'all got to remember, we black folks, man. So we just do stuff when we do it. So we ain't always on the schedule. We ain't always. You might see us next week. You might not. You'll see us sooner or later. But we'll be coming at some point. Let's just say that.
Yup.
No doubt. Hey, but let's repeat this, bro. Let's talk about some of the things from this NFL draft, man. You and I were together for pretty much the first round of the draft night on Thursday. Shout out to our guy Alan Sandage, inviting us down to his draft party as we kicked it off. Not only he invited the SBP down, but also folks over at his group and IBS. So shout out to my guy that's doing this thing, man. Shout out to him. Yeah. And shout out to the draft invite, man.
Alan be hustling, man. I love it.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby coming up soon. So that's dope. He's just doing his thing. But yeah, shout out to the people that pulled up. Mm-hmm. Jamal Bramble and Tone Plunkett and Chris.
I finally met the infamous Chris. I like that dude, man. That's a cool brother right there, man. I ain't even gonna lie though, Chris. I hope you don't take it the wrong way. When you first, of course, you already know Source, right? You and I meeting for the first time, but I didn't know you. And when you came into the group and I was watching the post, I honestly thought I didn't know he was black. I thought at first I said, Chris, like he was trolling, man, this and the third. But nah, man, it was great meeting him, man. I really enjoyed his company, man. Shout out to dude, man. And yeah, it was a nice little sit down, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
A couple other folks out there I met face to face for the first time. I already knew I didn't met, Maul a billion times. So Bramble, the machine himself, but I done met him a billion times face to face. But shout out to everybody else, man, that checked it. And hopefully, if he's able to do it again next year, we can get some more of our folks to come through or whatever, and just chop it up. But it was a fun night. Yeah. But so Source, the first off top, let's just talk about Caleb Williams, man. We had a lot of conversation about that night before he got picked. Of course, we talked about it after he got picked, and but let the people know what your overall thoughts with this draft pick was, man.
Well, I mean, it was as expected. No different than the WNBA draft. We all pretty much knew who was going first in this joint, and the question was asked. It's been asked before, but the question was asked at the draft party. why they ain't set up an offense like this for Justin Fields. The offense ain't bad for the Bears. They got skilled people, notable names, skilled people at every spot of the offense. So I feel like they're trying to set Caleb Williams up for immediate success, and maybe they might be trying to do the C.J. Stroud method, even though nobody expected that. But the C.J. Stroud method of showing up and getting it done in his first year.
Yeah, man. And we've gone down the whole roster, man. But it's just worth mentioning once again. They take him, of course, setting him up for success. We think, and you look at that, DJ Moore. You're looking at, they bring over Keenan Allen. You go get Ron Odunze, who that was 1,600 yards in college right there. And you look at the other guys' numbers. Boy, Keenan Allen was over 1,200. You look at DJ Moore. I think he's running about 1,300 yards. So you're bringing over some guys who can really get it done. In addition to your boy DeAndre Swift, give them a versatile backfield. And they can, so much they can do with that. And Cole Kmet. So Matt Eberflus has a bunch of wealth, a bunch of riches on that offense that he should be able to work with. And I'm really excited, man. Like I said, we talked about a few weeks ago about the folks adding the Texans to their Madden setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be some ballers who are going to want to add the Bears to their stash of teams. Because in Madden, you can't just run one team. If you play Madden, whether you go hard or not, everybody got 3, 4, 5 teams in their back pocket. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to do it because I want to see what this thing is going to be about. But I think that draft pick was dead on. He seemed to be happy that they called his name, unlike the reports when everybody was talking about he didn't want to be there. He was flexing before they pick, even before they called his name when they were showing him doing the pre-joint. So shout out to Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. And I know I've heard some folks for whatever reason, and I understand, and I don't say I understand, but I know it's a bunch of reasons that are rooting against this guy. I am rooting for Caleb Williams to live up to the hype. And I hope folks don't continue. I know the comparisons come out because if we watch his game, so as people talk about he's Mahomes-like. So I hope he doesn't get build up to the point that, he doesn't win the Super Bowl or he doesn't win it in his first 3 or 4 years. And that was, the Mahomes talk. And I don't think that's quite what people were talking about when they were talking about him. But I'm hoping the dude really shows out, man.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine. Like I said, he's got the weapons there to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So if he got the goods, and hopefully we'll see it early and often.
Yeah. Crazy draft though, man. And we'll talk about some of these QBs. 6 QBs taken, and that's the most since the famous draft back in 1983. And we know about the 83 draft, man. We know that's where we got Elway, and that's where we got Jim Kelly. You know what I'm saying? We got Marino. And then we got some lesser names with people that still played in the league that were at the time thought to be big time, and Eason and O'Brien and Todd Blacklist, but still, most quarterbacks taken in the first round of the draft since 1983.
Yeah, man. I think we talked about how there were no defensive players being drafted, and then there were no running backs. No running backs. So
yeah, 14 offense, a run of 14 offensive players straight, and we didn't get a defensive player until pick 15.
Yeah, about to. Yep. That's crazy. That's crazy in itself. But that's where we are. Well, that's where we are this year.
Yeah,
that's where we are this year. So you never know. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes to the draft and the positions being chosen. But that running back thing might be a staple outside of the expected to be, all world running back that might come out here and there.
Yeah, the one running back I think a lot of folks thought had a shot to go number one would have been Jonathan Brooks. And a lot of people think from Texas, and a lot of people think that he may have fallen just because he was coming off that injury. and they're trying to see how he responds and what type, responds to coming back, and how he holds up. So a lot of people figure if he didn't have that injury, that he may have been the one guy for sure that could have been a first round, maybe a later first round draft pick, but it didn't happen.
Nope. It's a lot of jumping around in that draft too. Well, I say a lot. Maybe it wasn't a lot in reality, but it felt like a lot of jumping around from the Jags to the Eagles. No, not the Eagles. The Cowboys actually.
Cowboys moved back.
Yeah.
Which I called that before we got started. I said I would not be surprised if they moved back, and I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have moved just outside of the first round. They could have acquired another pick.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jaden Daniels, man? What do you think about Jaden Daniels going to the Commanders?
I wonder if he really wanted to go there. Who wants to go to any of these teams? Like I get it.
Exactly. At least somebody else said it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, who wants to do that? But I wish him the best of luck. Man, we talked about how slim he is. Even though he's 2'0", he's under 210. He's under 210, 6'3", under 210. He just looks so slim. He looks
getting that weight room.
Very slim. So they might have to keep him in the weight room a little bit. And I can't even say I expect big things from him, because what do I really expect from him? I just hope he stays healthy and develops through the struggles, because I think it's going to be struggles to start out.
Yeah, they made some key additions to that team, which would probably help his development until he fully gets his his footing down. I still think there could be some offensive line issues. So luckily he can run a little bit.
Save yourself.
And they did add a guy that can catch plenty of balls out of the backfield, and Austin Ekeler. People seem to forget the Ekeler's in Washington.
Yeah.
So that is going to be an interesting thing to watch. And then J.J. McCarthy is a Viking. J.J. McCarthy is a Viking. And was super crazy was the fact that there was talks of him going to the New York Giants.
That was wild.
And he even mentioned in his interview, one of his interviews he had, that they were the team that he had heard from the most. So I think he was almost expecting to go to the New York Giants. And it's like, if you're Daniel Jones, what's got to be going through your head right now? You know what I'm saying? These people are talking to a rookie quarterback, and I think they owe me like 40 some odd million this year. And what's going to go down? And of course, the Giants they ended up not taking a quarterback at all. They went with Neighbors, but it just had to be interesting. But for J.J. McCarthy, I think that I love the spot that he fell in.
Yeah, because there's a possibility of him showing up and starting even at what was it? What pick was he? 11.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
That was number. Let's go back.
No, not 11. 10.
10. Yep.
Yeah. So there's definitely opportunity if it presents him. If I guess he shows it in the preseason and in workouts, the opportunity to start out the gate could be there. It could be there.
So who would be his comp? We Sam Darnold then. We got Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it's about $10 million. So that would be his competition out the gate. Would be Sam Darnold.
If Sam Darnold's your competition, then you have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Speak. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would say something off topic.
Oh, I would say this then. So it's funny. So they're going to have two JJs now. You know what I'm saying? JJ
to JJ.
AJ to JJ. Going deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like McCarthy. I like McCarthy with this offense. JJ, of course, he'll be throwing to. We saw what Jordan Addison can do.
Yeah.
Especially in JJ's absence. Last year, you got TJ Hawkinson. So I think it's a pretty good spot for O'Connell and in that offense, man.
J is the operative letter for this team. You got Jordan Addison, you got TJ, JJ, you got JJ. You got to have a J in your name somewhere in order to play
Minnesota.
But what I was gonna say before is you talking about McCarthy and then the money Sam Darnold got. Yeah, man. How about that other quarterback They got drafted a couple picks before, and all the money that other quarterback got. Lord, what is he thinking? You talking about? No, you talking about Daniel Jones. You talking about Daniel Jones? Yeah. What about this other guy that got money and had a quarterback pick early? People looking around the room like, what is happening? What just happened?
And everybody should know what we're talking about. We're talking about Michael Penix Jr. being drafted at 8 by the Atlanta Falcons after they had just gave Kirk Cousins the bag. We were all sitting around in the draft party, like, what? What? Like, and I want to go ahead and throw it out there. I'm throwing darts this morning. All you supposed smart guys. So I'm calling you name. If he's not on, I'm gonna go ahead and put his name out there, and y'all can tag him because I don't care. These supposed smart guys like William Keys. Keys out here talking about, oh yeah, I know it's gonna happen because they were talking about it earlier today. So I just knew it was gonna happen. That's because they were telling me you didn't know it was gonna happen. You did not know it was gonna happen. I don't care what the rhyme and reasoning. You turned on the TV and somebody was talking about he got floated out there. You didn't know it was gonna happen. So Keys, I'm calling you out.
Call him out. Call him.
If you want to slide a brother one of them cheesecakes, I might take it back. But anyway.
Keys, we was talking about you at the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how you informed us when Romo got injured in that preseason game while we were on air having a conversation. You were like, oh, Romo hurt. Yeah, I remember that joint.
Man, members.
Of course, Prime remembers it. We were talking about Dak, I think. And
yeah,
just the memory of the SBP and its early stages.
Listen to Kirk Cousins' agent says that they are both shocked and that Kirk was shocked and disappointed initially because he didn't see that coming. I saw something earlier today that Penix said that he and Kirk have already talked. So Kirk is a likable guy. Of course, he would be shocked, disappointed. You know, they just gave him, what, $4 for $180, $100 million guaranteed, and you get blindsided by the fact that they draft a young quarterback. Granted, I'm pretty sure with that money, the starting job is yours, but you still every time got to look over your shoulder. Y'all don't play well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's crying out. Give Mike the start. But Source, I'll say this, and let you speak on it. One thing I don't understand is I was seeing reports where people were saying that Atlanta was willing to let Penix sit for 4 or 5 years. Man, you're not drafting no quarterback, you know what I'm saying, in the first round, especially no top 10, when you anticipating him sitting for no 4 or 5 years. Man, y'all get out of here with that.
Jordan Love.
That's different. That was different. That's Aaron Rodgers, man.
They drafted him in the first round, all right?
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it. It's actually worked out for Green Bay and thus far. So, man, forget Green Bay. We talk about Aaron Rodgers. You really want to shoot? But yeah, it don't feel like that. It don't feel like that. It feel like I don't know what is it. I don't think they know what they were doing, and we definitely don't know what they were doing because none of this seems to make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you go back. You're building this team and you're building this offense, right? And you do not attempt to acquire maybe another weapon for Kirk, maybe on the other side of Drake London. Like, I don't get it. Your running back's are set. Your running back's set. Your tight end is set. Did they need a piece on the offensive line? I didn't study the offensive line, so I don't know. But maybe another receiver, man. Maybe another receiver. You're sitting. They said they picked at 8. Picked at 8. I'm sorry. As much as I love the Chicago, what Chicago did, I might be undercutting these people. I might be going to get wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I might have been going out there to get wrong somebody. Like, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
It is odd.
I just don't get it.
I don't even know what else to say. It's odd.
I mean, is there something going on that we don't know about? What they found out that after they gave Kirk the money that he ain't healing up the way he's supposed to? Like, I don't know.
I got nothing.
But that was interesting. The only other thing that really struck me, and you heard me say this when we were at the draft party, is that I love what the Raiders did. Of course, they didn't get the quarterback. They didn't get Jaden Daniels, which the rumor was, of course, Jaden Daniels wanted to be with the Raiders. He was the one that actually kind of didn't want to go to Washington, to the team that was supposed to draft him. I mean, it was all smiles and everything when they drafted him, of course, but he wanted to be a Raider. And we heard that the Raiders were possibly trying to get down close so they would maybe have that opportunity. But I love what they did with Brock Bowers, because in my humble opinion, I think he's the best player in the entire draft. I think Brock Bowers is like that.
Best player in the draft?
Yep, I do.
Wow. That's big talk there. That's big talk, Brian.
Yeah, I do. I like the kid, man. I don't know how many times you've seen him play. I've seen him play a ton. And if you watch him for a tight end, because first of all, he's got great speed for a tight end. The things he can do after he catches the ball, he's got good vision to find out where I need to go after I catch it. And his route running is superb. I'm telling you, he runs routes like some of our favorite wide receivers. He's got that type of talent. So if the Raiders can somehow figure out their quarterback situation, somehow, because right now what we riding was it? Because Minshew was gone. Minshew was with the coach, right? Yeah, so we riding with Aiden O'Connell right now. But if they can find a competent quarterback and they can keep Devontae happy and not want to get out of there, we are legitimately talking about maybe something great like I don't know, Jimmy Graham and Marcus Colston. Now I'm gonna give you one better. Jason Witten and Dez Bryant. We talking about something special. Y'all make sure y'all phone record that part because I said it. The Raiders found a competent quarterback. They found a competent quarterback. Your man Bowers is about to be one of the top 3-4 tight ends in the league. I'm telling you.
And Minshew he's now with the Raiders.
He's with the Raiders. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
But still. I mean, and Minshew might be the guy. Now I think about Minshew might be the guy to at least. I mean, he's a competent quarterback. He can play.
Right.
He's not their future, but the man can play. Right. But I said it here first. That Adams and Bowers tandem could be nasty.
And make that a clip.
Yeah, I said it
beforehand.
No doubt. Anything else in the first round that you want to talk about? Come on, because I'm gonna ask you about your boys. So, period. But
of course, no, nothing else. We gotta love Worthy in Kansas City, right?
Oh, Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy. If that was a pick that was so Kansas City, that was the pick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Automatic.
Yeah. What did he say? He ran the fastest 40 time since 2003. Ran a 4.21.
All you got to do is catch the ball sometime. Like of all the Kansas City receivers catching the ball sometimes, he is one that can catch the ball sometimes and to be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be. Oh, you dropped the deep ball? We'll just go back to it. It's all right. We'll go back to it in a few. Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
And you think about a guy, he's small in stature, but they don't need him to be big. You don't need to be big. You don't have to be big in that KC offense. The things they're going to be able to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So little guy, I think he's about 5'11", maybe right now only $165. I don't think he's 170 yet. But we know how that thing can go down. Look at your boy, Devon, your boy Smith, with your Philadelphia Eagles. You remember how slim he was looking when he got up in there, but all he out here doing is work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, so we got a question in the chat, which I was going to bring up anyway. And so, how do you feel about the Eagles draft this year? Source, are you happy with the Eagles draft?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I mean, We tried to shore up some defensive woes. You knew a corner was coming out this joint, one way or the other. I don't care who it was going to be. Now, I did think there would be, like, I was thinking that it was going to be an offensive lineman first, but Sims went off the board a couple picks prior to.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody else really seemed to be surprised by the draft pick. And then when we came back and got Cooper DeJean, who was listed at corner, but
He play some safety.
he ain't no Jason Sehorn, so we already know he going back there hanging out with Reed Blankenship and them. I'm not mad at it.
Yep, I like that Mitchell pick too, corner from Toledo. I like that for you guys. So you guys went heavy on that defense, and you got the Hunt kid, the edge rusher from Houston Christian, I believe. So
and I will credit, well, at least mention that Allen was talking about Mitchell and how he played at the
Senior Bowl.
At the Senior Bowl, the Senior Bowl, and how he was handling business out there and looked like the best corner out there. So can't be mad at that.
Yeah. I think you guys drafted well, which you always do. I always say you guys are one of the best front offices in the National Football League. And
come on, Prime. Let me get this out. Except, you know what I'm saying, Jalen Reagor. I ain't letting it go. I'm sorry. I ain't letting it go. Justin Jefferson sitting right there looking at you. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. Y'all looking at Jalen. What?
Shout out.
Do you remember that night?
Yeah, I remember.
Like, wait. All right. You must know something that I don't know. I got to trust you, Howard. Yeah. So
yeah, shout out to Ed. He agrees. He knows that Bob was a beast. He got it in the comments. Oh, I should have put this up when we were talking about Penix Jr. I know you saw this. This is probably the
I know what this picture is.
Internet. I know the internet. So they go Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix next year.
I thought it was the Arthur Blank picture. I thought that's what you.
Oh no. I saw this. I said, man, the internet is still undefeated. Kirk and Michael Penix Jr.
on the sideline.
You got to love it, bro. You got to love it. What else I got? The Dallas Cowboys. So I was talking to my bro last night. He's a Cowboys fan, and we agreed about the Dallas Cowboys. So and I was talking to Cuzzo too as well. Talking to Jay, and it's some mixed feelings in it. Well, Jay's not really happy with the draft overall. Period. Me and my other bro, we were sitting there talking, and I'm kind of in the middle. I love the first. So you go through the first three picks. We got Tyler Guyton at the offensive tackle. Definitely a need. Love that. If you jump down to the third pick, we got Cooper, we got BB, offensive lineman, so they can move him around. He's played tackle, he's played guard. He's also snapped the football. We still got needs at center right now. We got need at guard. So we're going to see what happens with him. I think he's going to project as being a center on it. I believe that's what they're going to try to do with him. Then you jump back into the second pick, and Marshawn Nealon out of Western Michigan, the pass rusher. Big long arm guy, kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe Curse, maybe Javon Curse type. He gets at it. And at first, when he took that pick, I don't know if you I didn't make any comments on Facebook about it, but I sit there and I was thinking about it. I said, I don't know if I would have done that. I don't know if I'm going with a pass rusher at number 2. I just don't know. Now, I felt a little bit better when the third pick came up and they took another lineman with BB. But I started to think about it. We lost Dorrance Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
1. Number 2, DeMarcus Lawrence ain't getting no younger. Was he 32 now, I believe? He's 32. Mm-hmm. They reworked his deal, so they voided the end of it in 2025. So essentially, 2024 could be it for him, possibly the Dallas Cowboys. So that age and then the contract running out. So if you think about that twofold, I kind of backtrack on the Marshawn Nealon situation, and I'm fine with it. I'm definitely fine with it.
Okay.
Huh?
I was gonna say, so you're fine with it, but you said it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it more and more. I think I feel better about it now than when they first took him. And then Liafu or Liafa, how you pronounce it, the linebacker from Notre Dame. We'll see. We'll see. We definitely need linebackers. We try to get a little bit bigger out there. I mean, he's about 242, 245, something like that. I can't say I was overly thrilled with the pick, but we do need linebacker. So hopefully he pans out. Then the rest of the draft was the rest of the draft. I think some people were upset that the Cowboys didn't take a running back. It wasn't but two that I liked anyway, that I was really crazy about. And of course, one was a kid from Texas, was Brooks, right. And the other one, of course, was our guy from Florida State. Those were really the only two guys that I really liked in this draft. But we're hearing everything, that the Cowboys is imminent. I guess Zeke is probably coming back. And we're just going to have to work with what we work with. Unless they pull a move on Dalvin Cook or somebody else as well. I don't know. But overall, I don't hate the young Cowboys draft. I'm kind of in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in the middle of it. But the first three picks, I'm definitely cool with it.
Can't knock the hustle, Prime. And bring back Zeke. That's like another pick,
Let's bring him back. We're just going to ride and see what happens. See, they signed a couple of guys after the draft was over, the training camp stuff. So that'll know, most of the time that don't pan out, but we'll see.
Let me ask you a question, Prime. This just popped in my head. I just want you to do this off the top of your head, because Prime is always in tune with football at all times. I be checking out. I ain't gonna lie. I be compartmentalizing. I be trying to use my brain power for other stuff. But anyway, Prime, off the top of your head, how many quarterbacks can you name that you would take right now, over Dak Prescott?
Man, you're going to put me on the spot.
I'm sorry. It's April. I'm sorry. Go for it, though. Come on.
That I would take over Dak Prescott right now.
I mean, we already know Patrick Mahomes. Fine.
Oh,
that's one.
You think I'd take Patrick Mahomes over Dak? Nah, I was playing. I would definitely I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I am taking, and I know this is going to draw a lot of eye because people are going to talk about this man, and some of it he deserves, and some of it he doesn't. And he's going to have a very interesting time this year. I would take Josh Allen. I would take Josh Allen over Dak Prescott.
Wow. Okay.
I would take Joe Cool over Dak Prescott.
That's what I thought you were going at first. Okay.
All right. Can I say?
Yes, you can. Say it, Prime.
Because he's only done it for 1 year.
It's all right. It's all right, Prime.
I still say that? Because if he falls down his face in year 2, y'all going to be happy. But yeah, I'd probably take CJ Stroud. If I can go off of a 1 year, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this and he don't duplicate what he did last year. And I don't give a darn. It's my show. I take Lamar. Yeah, I take Lamar over Dak Prescott. Now, I do not hate Dak Prescott, but the man asked me a question of who would I take, And don't y'all come at me in the regular season, the Cowboys surprising everybody, and after 10, week 11, we had our bye week, but still we sitting there at 8-2, and Dak turned it up. Don't y'all come at me. We see this every year, all right? So don't y'all come at me, right? But those are the first 5. And I'm going to say, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Say it, Prime.
But I'm on the fence. I'm not 100% sure that I wouldn't take your quarterback. I'm not 100% sure.
I did not expect you to say that.
I'm not 100% sure. I got to think on that for me, right? But when your quarterback ball, he ball. But the 5 I gave you, 4 of them I'm 100%, and then Stroud after 1 year. But I'm definitely got 5 quarterbacks I'm probably taking before I take Dak Prescott. That's fair. Yeah. That's my bro right there. What up, fam? Believe it or not, Randy, I'm taking Lamar.
Randy Doc.
That's my guy right there. That's family right there. My brother, I'm taking. That's just me. I know my son might be on here thinking I'm crazy. I don't know. But he feel the same way about Dak, my oldest son, that I do too. But when I get the naming quarterbacks, he may or may not agree. Even though he does love Lamar. He does love Lamar. So
I wonder because I feel like some people would only name two of those people, and they say Dak next. But yeah, I think that's fair. That five, I think that's a very fair five, and people can argue it, but it's at least an argument at the very least.
Yeah, but it's no. I know the comparisons come up about what has Josh Allen done? Well, he ain't done no more than Dak done. I mean, he got a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? But still, I like Josh Allen with CeeDee Lamb and Cooks. You know what I'm saying? Ferg, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Even without the running game.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Uh-oh. Y'all want it? Y'all want it? Now, I'm not saying I'm ready just to give him away. I'm not saying that. The likelihood is that he's going to, no matter what he signs in the offseason or how they do it, he's going to be the Cowboys quarterback. He's got all the leverage. He's going to be the Cowboys quarterback for at least the next 3 years, most likely, unless he just gets as mad as his brother be getting, and he waives a no trade clause because he want to go somewhere else.
It'd be desperation.
But yeah, I'm definitely taking him over Daniel Jones. I can't. I can't go for that. Shout out to Harlan Oates, babe. I can't go for that.
That's fair, Prime. See, Prime be on it. Even in April.
Yeah, that's my son right there. So, of course.
Don't repeat it. Oh,
that's the deciding factor right there. He ain't won a Super Bowl, but that made playoff performances.
That's what I was gonna say, but
that was my reason.
Yeah.
So, interesting. So before we spin out of this NFL thing, real quick, since we've been talking quarterbacks, of the 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round, can you rank the situation? Best situation or worst in your opinion?
Best situation?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So wait, situation for winning or situation for that person, or what are we saying?
The situation for them.
Or just for them playing, being on the field, getting that opportunity.
Well, now it's got to be bigger than the opportunity, because getting on the field is one thing. All these guys at some point going to touch the field, but then I guess the better situation for success and within the next, let's say, 3 years.
All right, success within the next 3 years. I'll go. I was gonna try to go in reverse order, but that's more difficult. I'm gonna go Caleb 1, McCarthy 2. I think I'll go Penix 3.
Okay. So we down to May. We'll be down. We got Daniels. We got May.
Wait, who was Washington coach?
It is Dan. Dan Quinn.
I'll go Daniels 4, May 5, and Nick 6. I'm going Nick 6. I just don't. Bo Nix is 35. I don't care what none of y'all say. He is 35 years old. He's gonna be retired by the end of that. What do you say, 3-4 years? He's gonna be ready to retire. He's gonna be ready to retire because he's gonna be close to 40. That's my order. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I agree with most of yours. Of course, Kalen is definitely 1. I got JJ 2. Well, I get to 3. So I did say within 3 years. So we're thinking that Penix is the quarterback by year 3. That's the tricky part, because we don't know when Kirk's not going to be the quarterback.
Right.
Which may actually lead me to an unpopular choice in most people's eyes. Would actually say number 3 for me might be Drake May.
I get it.
That's a whole new coaching regime. If we're judging it, if we're looking at the Belichick era, then I might say, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
But Mayo, they come in totally different, bro. I mean, I know he was in that system, in that scheme, but you've already seen with the moves they've already made. He's coming totally different, bro.
True.
That offense is not going to look the same. So, and I feel like they're going to give Mayo all the time that he needs and give him the pieces that he needs, especially since Bill ain't pulling the trigger. on the players and all that. So I think may have a little bit more of a length, longer rope than some quarterbacks would get. So we do that. So I'm gonna put him 3. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels 4. Penix 5 because I don't know when he's getting in there. Even though I love the thought of him being a quarterback in Atlanta, I love the fact of Atlanta having a black quarterback. I like that. And then poor Bo, he over there, he got to sit there on the sideline with Sean Payton. I wonder if Sean Payton gonna yell at him like that. Like I don't know. So that's the way I see it. All right. So that's it for football. Let's quickly run through these ladies, man. Oh, I do want to mention though. Do you see that?
Hey, Prime, hold on, Prime. I'm gonna need you to backtrack. Let's
right.
Repeat what you said. This is
about
not a pause moment. It's not a pause moment. You just said we're gonna run through these ladies. That's all. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh. Danger, Will Robinson. We're gonna run through the women's basketball. We'll run through some women's basketball. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Lord, I'm glad Caesar won't know when that happened. Anyway, I can imagine the comments. We might have to hide the comments up in here.
Yeah, might have to delete the video after the show.
Did want to shout out, speaking of Caesar, the Chargers did for bringing in Brendan Rice. So, which a couple of my buddies who were Cowboy fans were kind of rooting for us to make that move. You see what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. Quickly in the women's game, let's talk. We've been talking about the transfer portal. Off on the last couple of weeks, and we just had one big, pin drop, of course, and that would be Kiki Iriafen is headed to play with Juju at USC, and we will repeat again. They've got the number 1 recruiting class already coming, and for you newbies, if you want to know who Kiki Iriafen is, you better check the resume, bro. She had a huge jump from her sophomore to her junior year. Last year, Tara Vanderveer's squad, shout out to Tara, who just recently retired, so I'm sure this has something to do with it. You're talking about a young lady that was giving them 19 points and 11 boards per contest. So you got to love it, bro. You got to love it.
I know Juju love it, shoot. But first thing that pops in my mind, because hip hop, rap, some of y'all not gonna appreciate me saying hip hop, but I'm thinking Kiki, do you love? Then you got Juju on that beat. Together. That's what we're doing. I feel like they're building something. I don't know. Yeah, but it's gonna be fun to see. Man, that's crazy. The inside outside will be nice. Like you said, the recruiting class. That's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna be the solidifier one way or the other for real. But even if the class is okay, just Juju and Kiki alone is gonna be a show.
Yeah. So they've solidified themselves, definitely a top 5, probably maybe top 3 preseason team to start next year. But this is a baller.
Yeah.
A lot of folks are, getting acquainted with a lot of these women during the tournament. People saw, Hannah like Stelke and some of these other girls. But Iriafen is crazy that somebody that averages that many points a game and had the impact on the Stanford program, standing alongside Cameron Brink, kind of flying under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm saying under the radar because she's undoubtedly going to be after next season. She's going to be a lottery pick.
Definitely.
Easy money.
But it's tough when you're standing beside the number 2 pick, Cameron Brink. It's tough to get that visual. Then you got Flying Fran. It's hard to get attention. It's hard to get attention around here.
No doubt. A beautiful thing for her, she gets to end off her college career. She's from LA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's from LA, so she's gonna be able to end her career right down the street.
Oh man, everybody comes to the game.
Everybody, grandma, mama,
mm-hmm.
Uncle June. Yeah. Her little cousin. You know what I'm saying? There used to be the little boy dancing at the the little cute kid dancing at the high school basketball games during halftime. He's playing the music during the timeout. He all grown up now. He playing a little ball, you know. Yeah. Everybody get to come over there. So shout out to her. Who knows? She might get drafted by the LA Sparks. I mean, I expect them to be in the possibly still be in the lottery position next year. So I'm
gonna be early.
Another nugget for the great women out here. We cannot go by with at least mentioning this right here, bro. Women's Basketball Hall of Fame is just inducted the great Maya Moore, 4-time WNBA champion, several-time MVP. Her road dog, Simone Augusta, also 4-time WNBA champion. And then a young lady to the right that some of you youngins may not know, but we know her, and that would be Taj McWilliams Franklin, is going in as well. And we know her from her time here, her time and then the move to Philadelphia. We know her for the many WNBA teams that she played for. We know her as a coach. But you think about it, she played for what? Maybe she's a 6-time All-Star. I think she played for 5 or 6 WNBA teams. And she's got 2 rings. And you want to feel old, Source. If you want to feel old, think about this. She won. Remember who she won her first ring with?
Please do not say wait, nah. I'm not gonna guess, Prime. I'm not gonna guess.
Well, you're gonna feel old when I tell you, because when I thought about it, I said, man, it was my first thought when I saw that she got in. I thought about the old days. Her first ring was with the Detroit Shock. Detroit Shock.
They've been gone for a minute.
Detroit had a team. Yeah.
They've been gone for a minute. God damn.
Yep. And of course, she won her second ring with Minnesota. She won a second ring with Minnesota. So she got 2 rings. But if you think about some of the teams that she actually played with, man, like you going back. So she was Mystics are still in the league. So she had a short stint with the Mystics and the Sparks. But she also played with the get the Geritol, bro. The Orlando Miracle. Yeah. The Orlando Miracle. Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to these women. I thought this was great. Definitely that the 3 of them got to go in together, but definitely also the fact that Simone and Maya were balled out together, got to go in at the they're going in at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Maya.
So,
Maya, that's my dog. That's my dog.
No doubt. So shout out to these women, man. And the only other thing that I have, man, if you want to quickly run down these the playoffs, if you got any quick thoughts, any comments, anything like that, I'll go down them. Let me know if you want to say anything about them. I just got a couple of quick hits because I am more focused on whether or not my team is gonna let somebody back in the door today. So we gonna see. So, but first up, the Magic and the in Cleveland are actually tied now. I didn't see that coming. They are tied at 2, and I thought for sure, especially after that early start and the way Mitch and them getting down over there, I said they might put the Magic away quick. He might be sitting there talking 3-1. You know, we might see the Magic slip a game in there. You know, I know that Paolo been balling, but I just didn't see this coming. But yeah, this series is tied at 2.
Yeah, that's not a good look for Cleveland at all. Now, I will say, it seems like this year, not this particular series, just in general, maybe this year, the last couple of seasons, anytime somebody goes up 2-0 and they play 2 games at home, everybody's like, oh, the series is over. Ain't no more. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, relax. Like, all they did was win 2 games at home. It's okay. The other team get to go home too, and we get to do this all over again. This series, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Because Cleveland should have run these people out the gym. It should have been 4-1. And here we are struggling, fighting. Imagine having to go see no disrespect to Orlando, having to go see a real deal problem after this series, and you just wasting time playing around with Orlando. That's not a good look.
Agreed. Next up, not much really need to be said about this one. OKC up 3-0 on New Orleans. I don't think anybody's surprised by that.
Why Charles Barkley talk about Galveston like that? He ain't have to do Galveston like that. What's his problem with Texas? He got a problem with the state of Texas. Galveston, the women in San Antonio, like what is it? You think he's better about his time in Houston? I don't know. It might be some unresolved.
That's what it is.
Houston. That's what it is. It's deep down inside.
Yeah.
Got it.
Celtics up 2-1 on Miami. I was actually surprised that Miami got that one game in. Tyler Hero had a crazy game the other day, and they got the one game in. But the Celtics are up 2-1.
And Boston about to win by 47 tonight.
Shout out to Spoelstra, though. Shout out to Spoelstra. Spoelstra going to find a way to keep his team trying to do, especially without Butler. I mean, you got to take your hat off to Spoelstra. Undoubtedly, I'll just go ahead and say it. Undoubtedly, to me, one of the best coaches in the history of the game.
I was just about to bring that up, Brian. I was about to point to, remember back in the day, people used to be like, "Oh, Spoelstra just got the job, and he got all these great players. That's the only reason and look at him now, out here still fighting, still getting them things."
Your boys bounced back last night, but they still down. What y'all down? 3-1?
Yes, sir.
3-1. But they bounced back last night. What's your thoughts about that?
Whenever I see 3-0 and then I think about 3-2, all I think about is Gary Payton. I don't know why. They was down 3-0 to Chicago, right? They was down 3-0 and they won back-to-back joints. And then Mike put them out of their misery. And parade, the way to not get swept, it don't mean nothing. You know, they'd probably be 0-5 and life will go on. And more people would be like, see, Michael Jordan would have never lost. He would have never lost. He would have never lost, you know. So
what about my guys? Knicks up 2-1. We go to battle today at 1:00. And see what we can do. We're gonna be down. It looks like we probably gonna be down to the often injured Mitchell Robinson again.
You got any thoughts about that?
About Mitchell Robinson?
About Embiid?
About Embiid? Not really.
No.
Not really. I mean, I try to watch what I say about Embiid because I really like Joel Embiid. You know, I've argued with a lot of folks. I didn't say it was even an argument, but I remember a lot of Philly fans that get disgruntled because every time the playoffs hit, he's not a winner. They can't do this. They can't do that. And I think in this series alone, he has been balling out despite the injury, and then despite the fact that we found out, unfortunately, he said he had been suffering through Bell's palsy. So his side of his face, if you look close enough, his side of his face look a little bit different, and all type of health complications. But he been giving us work regardless. Whether it's when Hardenstein and Mitch taking turns trying to do something to him, he's still getting money. And of course, he can bang with you down low. This man out here shooting jumpers on us too. So, but it is what it is. But shout out to him. He's probably gonna ball out again. But we're going to be at a disadvantage again come today.
You expecting a dub?
Am I expecting a dub? I don't know. Depending on what they do with him. Or, I mean, if he's going to get his money, they have to find a way to slow down Maxey, man.
Yeah.
Maxey is playing all world out this piece. And they have no answer for him.
Yeah.
They have no answer for Tyrese Maxey. So, I don't know if I'm expecting a dub. I'm going to pray on it, though. We got Bruce. Bruce said Embiid watched the draft Thursday night. Yeah, he got to watch it because he was dropping 50. You know what I'm saying? He's out there dropping 50 points on us. So, he probably got to go in and watch the rest of it. Or he was watching it. Did they have the TV on in the arena? I mean, they may have. Josh. Was Josh Harris had the TV popping? I mean, I don't know, but yeah. So. Yeah, so we'll see. We will see what goes down. It's crazy when Jalen Brunson actually has his best game is a game that we lose because he struggled the first two games hard, like hard. Nick Nurse and them have, it's something about when he plays Philly, that link between Oubre, Maxey, and them. They give Jalen Brunson a problem. They give him a big problem. So he struggled the first two games, and then he what do you have at night? 30? Was it 39? Yeah, 30 something. Had his best game of the series, and that's the game that we lost. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we'll see. Clippers down 2-1 to the Mavs. I think they had the second game today, I believe. So, you think about that? Looks like to me the Clippers are having a time since when Kawhi has come back, trying to figure out what to do with it. Like, should I limit his minutes? Do I, you know what I'm saying? Do I have him on the field? Looks like they're having a time with that right now.
So what do you do in that case? Because you could say they were rolling. I'm not a fan of when people be like, well, you shouldn't, they was rolling without him. Like, that just sounds crazy because if you roll out your team with the star on the sideline, whether you were rolling without him or not, and not play him, and then you lose, you look stupid. You look stupid. So, but then you look at it and you're like, wow, they look like a totally different team in these last two games as opposed to game one. It's got to be frustrating, but it is the Clippers way. Man, we all know the Clippers ain't going to the championship. That's not happening. One way or the other, I don't know what it is. It's the curse of Donald Sterling. You see the trailer for the movie? You see, he got that Doc Rivers Joe. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. Oh my God.
The thing is, I'm like, this look kind of crazy, but you know what? I'm gonna have to watch it. I want to see.
It's probably gonna be fire too. It's probably gonna be fire. But yeah, Luka, Kyrie, good Lord, like, bro, this series is gonna be a problem because, like we talked about before, a 50-win team has got to go in the first round. That's hard to see. Hate to see it.
How did we end up here so early?
Yeah.
Pacers up 2-1 on the Bucks, even though Dame's shooting the lights out in the first half of games. So very interesting. I love the aggressiveness by Halliburton. Every time I look, he's trying to get down that lane on these people or use his height and his length on them. And I think that's just the key to them winning this series.
Let these people go up 3-1. It's going to be a problem. Oh, my God. Where
they ended the season was already going to be a problem. They was outscoring everybody, putting up a buck 57 on folks. Like, so
but
they get that type of confidence, man.
I'm still of the idea, like, do you want, I think on Inside the NBA, so maybe somebody asked, would you rather have the very best offense or the very best defense? I'm still like, I'd rather have the very best defense in the playoffs because
for sure
anybody can get locked down at some point, but good Lord.
Anybody can get it.
It's a different game when you can't touch nobody. It's a different game when you can't, get a little space and you feel comfortable. I don't know. I want to see Indiana go up 3-1 though. That would be entertaining. That would be
for sure.
Must see.
I know, and I know Jay would love it.
Yeah, of course.
My phone, my messages we gonna be lit. Yeah, cuz you see that? I can already see that.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of guys, Anthony Edwards got these people up 3-0 over KD and his Suns. And you gotta love the smack talk. This man out here talking smack to KD and said every word in the book to him, but still insisted. That was like one of his idols.
Man, that was my guy. Let me go ahead and beat the brace off him. I'm not big on the changing of the guard and you see all that. I'm not big on that whole idea. However, it does look like that. It definitely looks like that at this moment. Just watching, I think it was mentioned Steph out of the playoffs, LeBron about to get sent home in the first round, KD along with, Booker and Beal getting sent home, might get swept. It's tough. It's a tough look. It's a tough look. But Minnesota is tough, bro. Minnesota is tough. Prime, I need 60 seconds. 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
You got you. You good. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, so very interesting take, man. I love I love Anthony Edwards, first of all. The dude is the real deal. The real deal. And I'm seeing him now draw these comparisons of people who's like, does he remind you of Michael Jordan? And I know hearing this, some of you folks can be like, Mike, man, you crazy. And I'm not quite sure that's exactly what they were getting at, saying that he was Jordan, but there's a lot in his game to like. Shoot, Mike likes him. Michael Jordan had some very positive comments to say about Anthony Edwards. And what you got to love about this kid is not only has he helped rejuvenate Minnesota, because most of y'all were on the bandwagon that Cat was soft. It's trash and he's soft. When the trade talks come up, teams don't want him because he's too soft. They ain't want him. They don't want him in New York. They don't want him here. They don't want him in Chicago. They don't want him on these squads because he's too soft. But here they are beating the brakes off people. Folks laughing about Gobert and them crying a few years ago, and Gobert's not all that. But year after year, we're talking about this dude is in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. So with Anthony Edwards and what they have formed in Minnesota is beyond ridiculous, man. Why would you even entertain at this point breaking this team up? I don't even know. Maybe you could get something for one of the guys. I don't think moving Cat would be the answer at this point. It's even though folks think he's soft. But then my thing was, what can you get for him? I mean, you are at the point that you build around Anthony Edwards, but for me to move Cat at this time, seeing how well this team plays together, you got to be giving me some good stuff. You got to be giving me something like another comparable big. Maybe it doesn't have to be Cat's ability, but I'm getting something out of this, and maybe a very unhappy, I don't know, Devin Booker at least. You know what I'm saying? I got to get a all-star and a very good player to break up what Minnesota already has going over there. So, but yeah, they out here beating the brakes. They up 3-0 on the Suns. And yeah, we know that this Suns team is going to look very, very different. Bruce, I think Dame out for game 4. Is it? That's terrible. I mean, Middleton gonna have to go for 61 just to be in the game. That's crazy. That's crazy. I haven't seen it yet, but if that's true, man, I don't even know if that game is watchable.
Not bad. Prime,
Are you good?
Oh, yeah, it does say Dame is out.
Dame is out.
Ruled out. Yeah, Kelsey was leaving. She getting ready to go out of town. So, I had to say goodbye.
I got you. All right. That's all I got on the NBA front, man. Matter of fact, that's really about it. You got anything else we need to end NBA wise?
Was that the last game? That was all 8? Yeah, I guess that was all 8. Word. Nah, that's it. We good money.
Well, good. Well, I only got one quick word, man. I want to, because we got to give a shout out, because we haven't yet done a run it back or anything even about a TV show yet. But what I wanted to do is I got to show some love, man. I don't know if you saw this. I know at one time you were watching. I don't know if you're still watching, but I saw this, and we're talking about The Equalizer. The Queen Latifah has just been renewed for a 5th season, bro. 5th season. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm like most people. I'm sitting there like, well, you know how they do us, bro. Show ain't gonna last long. If we get 3 seasons out of this, it would be a victory. Because after she got the 2nd renewal, I'm like, okay, we got 2 seasons. Okay. Then they got the 3rd season. I said, success. But the show has been renewed. It's being renewed for a 5th season, which will surpass the original. I don't know if you remember the original in the 80s. Yep. The original ran for 4 years. I think like 88 episodes. But they getting the 5th season over here. So shout out to Queen Latifah, man.
Big salute to the Queen, Dana Owens, as the executive producer and the star of the show. It's a beautiful thing, man. Gotta love it. Hip hop lives, and it's still the culture that's looked at by the world. And see a hip hop star leading this show and being such an integral part in it. It's a beautiful thing, and she's a Black woman, so double, triple salute.
Yeah, she plays Robin McCall on there, former CIA agent. She out here doing a little street justice. You know what I'm saying? Very similar to the 88 series. What was the guy? Edward? I can't think of the guy that played him, but anyway, his last name was McCall too. In the original, in the 80s joint, but he was like if I remember correctly, he was a former was he former CIA? I can't remember. He was former CIA, but I know he doing like a lot of secret agent type stuff back then. And trying to get the same results that the Queen's getting now. I think the old 80s joint, which I'm not gonna say I was a diehard and locked in on the joint, but I would imagine that over the years and back when it was coming on, I saw quite a few episodes, and it actually was a pretty good show. It actually was a pretty good show. So there's a lot of similarities to the old 80s joint and what we got going on now, but a whole lot of differences because Queen dealing more out in these streets than old boy was dealing out. He was dealing a little bit in the streets, but they had all type of stuff, espionage, all type of stuff going on in the joints, man. But yeah, shout out to them for getting 5 seasons. Meaning if you don't get another one, man, you got episodes forever, bro. So streaming gonna love it, all that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you got anything else before we peel off?
That's it. Salute. And yeah, like I said, I'll be on in a little while on TikTok live 1998 hip hop albums or albums that were released in 1998 and chop it up about Amanda Seales, Shannon Sharp conversation, and I'm sure there'll be other topics brought up. So should be a good time and pull up.
Yeah, we wanted to pull in with a link in with you guys today because not quite sure when the next show is. It might be next week. It might be 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I will let you know. We'll let you know that Know the Ledge is coming back. The next up on Know the Ledge is Outkast's Southern Playalistic album. We just celebrated the anniversary there, so that will be the next one of those. We haven't decided on a movie yet, even though I believe, and so it's not still got to talk about this. We're going to be pretty simple this year, or at least to start off, because I believe that we're going to go back, and it's kind of a redo, but we got different resources now. But I believe we may talk about revisiting the Friday series by Ice Cube. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it. Are we going to break it up into 3s, or we just going to run them into one show? But we're going to figure that out, and maybe even get a guest on. I want to get a guest on if we find somebody that wants to come through and chop it up. And I got an idea for one person. I need to just check in with them. So those are the things that are on the table. So be looking for those. So appreciate y'all rocking with us, checking with us, and we about to get out here. And if you have anything in your heart, please pray for the Knicks. We out.